Been a great couple of days in Chinchilla. So good to see all the bulls just out in the paddock on oats doing their thing.
Yeah, we've been blessed with some really strong seasons here since we've bought the place a couple of years ago, and the aim then was always to grow plenty of oats crops and finish these bulls on oats, and I guess, you know, it's the start of the bull's life when we sell them on sale day, and we're just glad to prepare them softly on this oats, and I think they've come up really, really well.
Ben, there's been some structural changes inside Palgrove, but it's got to be good for the industry in both breeds.
I think it's only going to promote some positive changes there, and both Gemma and I and the Daly family are very excited and fortunate to take on the legacy of the Palgrove Charolais name. But I also think it promotes a really good opportunity for us to still be involved in the Ultrablack business and develop a team there and really grow the Ultrablack breed. And keep continuing to offer some high quality genetics in that Ultrablack space to our purchasers of our bulls. And it's our faith within the Palgrove Charolais brand, with over 50 years of genetics, that, you know, we look forward to building on that, and we've got a number of great clients within that space, and we look forward to keep continuing to support them and supply high quality bulls in the Charolais breed as well.
Ben, across both breeds, just the consistency and the evenness and the type with both programs, how you continue to evolve with the industry needs.
Biggest thing in a program, and in a particularly a genetics program, is identifying those areas you need to improve on and being critical of your own cattle. And when I think about the Charolais breed, it's a few years ago just identifying that we really wanted to increase that softness and fleshiness. I really think that's evident in this drop, and just seen so much from those bulls like Rockefeller and Red Rock and Landmark, which have a lot of sons in the front end of this year's sale. I just think people will see that extra softness and fleshing without compromising on those carcass traits. And for me, it's really rewarding to have identified that and then use those type of bulls to improve that in the program and just see those results coming out.
And you've got them on mass, that's what I love.
Yeah, I think, and from the front end of the catalogue in these Charolais bulls to the back end, there's some bulls that we've collected semen out in the back end of the catalogue too. They're just so even, and while we might have some difference in maturity pattern throughout the catalogue to suit different clients, I just think there's bulls there for everyone and every market, but it is that softness and fleshing that I really think we've nailed. There's certainly some standout individuals in the sale between Landmark, Rockefeller and Red Rock. Landmark's come out on top again. He's sold over $1 million worth of progeny already, but he's still the lot 3 and 4 bull are both homozygous polled ET sons out of some of our leading donor females, young donor cows, but just that perfect udder shape, and both those bulls present, you know, a phenotype that we really admire, yet they've still got backed up by the data. For me, they're just some standout stud sire potentials. There's also a son of lot 6, homozygous polled Red Rock son. The carcass shape and top and some of those carcass traits that he can present, which is why we used Red Rock within our program. But to me, a phenomenal bull and just a real standout stud sire or bull breeding bull for the north. Yeah, with Rockefeller, he was a bull that was purchased in our record-breaking sale in 2022 for $100,000 by Ascot. Certainly breeding very well for us. You'll just pick him by the strong head and fleshing and depth of flank. One of the leading size there that we've collected is the lot 2 bull, but there's also a lot 8 and 16. 22 that are some real standout size in that, but you'll pick them throughout the catalogue just for that fleshiness and yet still a mountain of carcass in them.
The Ultrablack program has now established itself in the Australian beef industry, but you guys have been instrumental in that change and that leadership role, haven't you?
The Ultrablack breed has definitely stamped itself within the industry now, and now it's up to us to continue to putting high quality genetics in that and source them from around the globe and make sure we're measuring it along the way. And some of the bigger aspects of that are in the fertility, also in the carcass quality traits within these Ultrablacks. And, you know, as leaders within the Ultrablack breed, it's up to us to continue to take that forward. So many of the sire lines within this year's draft, there's a lot of diversity there in the sire lines, but I certainly think that shows the depth of our program. But many of them come from that R drop of bulls that was in our record-breaking sale in 2022, and also a few R bulls that we kept in that year. But they're certainly got many of the leading bulls within this draft, and one of them is Revolution, who sold in that sale and topped at 70,000. He's got a number of sons in there. Another bull in there that sold the same year, a Brangus bull in Ringleader, sold for 50,000. He's got some really good sons in there. You can just see that extra bone and fleshiness. They lean a little bit more towards the Bos Indicus in phenotype, but just got plenty of carcass shape and hip, and he's got some really high quality sons in there. And then we've got his stablemate Royston. He's a bull that adds a little bit more frame and length to his cattle, but they're just so well made. They've got great bone under them and really good foot structure. Bulls that are just move so well. They've got plenty of mobility and stride out, and he's a bull that we certainly used in our program over those more moderate females, just to give them a little bit more lift. Another sire is Rock Solid. He was a Brangus bull that we retained out of that R year. He was by Triple B net worth, a bull that's just adding so much hip and fleshiness to the cattle. They're very long bodied, but you'll always see that big round hind quarter and perfect square hip on those bulls. Certainly adding a lot of softness and fleshing and fat cover when you look at their EBV data. Shockwave's another sire in there. He's an imported embryo. He's by Foundation, who's been instrumental in the Brangus breed for many years, and he's a bull that's just adding that extra depth of rib, depth of flank, and just so much softness, but still plenty of carcass and volume in those cattle, and he's a bull we'll continue to use in AI. So while we got rained out in last year's bull walk and actually had to call it off last minute, but this year we're going to go ahead with a bull walk on Friday the 15th of August. All those bulls will be penned up and ready for people to look at. If they want to have a pre-sale inspection of those bulls, we understand 200 bulls is a lot to get through on sale morning, so we're giving people that opportunity. Also, we'll have videos of all the bulls up at least 3 weeks before the sale, and the catalogue will be out sort of mid-August.
Well, Ben, absolute credit to you and the team at Palgrove, and best of luck for the sale.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it, and good to see you again, and see you next year.